Alright guys, in my last video, we went over this unit. This is a Glock 45 Gen 6. We went over some of the differences in the new model, took it to the range. It was kind of a first look overview video, and today we're going to do some upgrades, so let's jump into it. So if you guys watched the last video, I went over a few upgrades that I want to do to this gun, and this is just the beginning. So I rounded up a few parts, and we're going to throw those on today. First up is a red dot. The red dot I chose is this Vortex Defender ST. This is a fully enclosed red dot. I've been itching to try one of these out, and I'm really excited to see how this compares to some other red dots that I've tried. Now once we jump over to the bench, I'll show you these up close. We'll unbox them, go over a few features, and get them installed. We're going to be mounting that Optic with a C&H Precision Optic mounting plate. I use these all the time. They're high quality, customer service is awesome, and they're a lot better than these factory plastic ones that come with it. Then we're also going to be throwing on a weapon light. Now I haven't used one of these before. This is a first for this as well, but I'm going to be trying out this Olight PLX. It's a pretty cool little light. Again, I'll show you some details once we jump over to the bench. I know that everybody's got their opinion on Olight stuff, but when we unbox this thing, I'll show you some cool stuff that this light has that other lights don't. Now, like with all my videos, I will have an information page over at my website. You can follow the first link in the description or the QR code that'll take you there. It's information only. I don't sell anything over there, but the information I will have over there is about the stuff that we use in the videos. So go check that stuff out. I also have Ballistically challenged merchandise, hats, t-shirts, stuff like that. So if you want to pick something up to help support the channel, go over there and check that out. But let's jump over to the bench, get this stuff unboxed, and get it thrown on. Okay, so we are going to start with this Vortex Defender ST. These came out a little while ago. I've been eyeballing them since they came out, but this is a pretty cool little red dot. So this is a fully enclosed red dot. It comes with a Delta Point Pro footprint. This is a multi-reticle setup, so it's got a 3 MOA dot and then a 32 MOA circle. If I can find a graphic of that, I'll throw it up on the screen for you guys. It has an external battery. It's a CR 2032. It's got solar right here on the top. Without the solar, this can run for 35,000 hours on that 2032 battery. With solar, it can last for up to 150,000 hours, which is pretty crazy. It's got 115 MOA of elevation adjustment and 145 MOA of windage adjustment. Parallax free, enclosed aluminum housing, distortion free sight picture. It's got external buttons on the side. The front's even got some, I don't know if you can see that, some serrations on it. So if you're racking this against a barrier or something hard or something like that, it sticks out a little bit, protects that lens, and provides a little bit of grip. But I'm really excited to try this red dot out. Comes with the red dot, a little hood for it, an owner's manual. Comes with a mounting plate if you wanted to attach it to a Picatinny rail. Comes with a torque spit, a little tool, and then a bunch of different screws. They're all labeled with the sizes and what it works with. So that's pretty cool that it comes with all that stuff. And I'm going to be mounting it with this C&H Precision mounting plate. I've used these on a bunch of different builds that I have to mount a bunch of different red dots. Are they the cheapest? No, they're not the cheapest, but they are one of the best in my opinion that I've found. It comes with more screws. The plate itself, you can see it has this little filler panel for the back of that. That's how it will sit on there, adapting this Delta Point Pro footprint to the Glock pattern optics mounting system. I like these over the factory plates like this. The factory ones are plastic. You can see it's pretty flimsy. The recoil lugs on them are also plastic. This thing is 100% metal, and it's got 2 more recoil lugs right here in the back to utilize the full footprint of this optic. Now for the weapon light, this Olight PLX. Like I mentioned, this came out a little while ago. I've had it for a while. I've been meaning to put it on a gun and do a video on it, and we're gonna put it on this Glock 45. So this PLX, it mounts on a bunch of different guns. It has an adjustable rail mount, so you can just loosen it up. It ratchets down. Once it's tied, it's wobble free on a bunch of different firearm rails. This is full metal construction. This light is 100% made out of high strength aluminum. Has a type 3 hard anodized finish on it. It's waterproof. It'll withstand impacts and things like that, so if you drop it. I'm not sure about holster compatibility with this. I'll have to look into that. It's also rechargeable, so it's USB rechargeable, which is nice. One of the things that I look for in lights, I hate packing around extra batteries or keeping them on hand. It's nice to be able to just plug it in, charge it up, then it's always ready when you need it. One of the cool things on this that I haven't seen on other lights is this little switch right here on the side. So this can switch it between a floodlight or a spotlight. And I'll try and show you this a little bit. With it in the up position, you can have a nice focused spotlight. Flip it down, goes to a floodlight. And with the spotlight mode, this is 22,500 candela. And with the floodlight, you get 1200 lumens of light. This has 3 LED light beams in there, which is pretty cool. I'll try and show you some footage of this and compare it to another weapon light that I like to use all the time. But I think this is going to be an awesome option. Like I mentioned earlier, I know there's a lot of people that have a lot of opinions on certain brands of things. One thing that I have never had with an Olight product is an issue. I've ran quite a few of the Olight lights as well as O-Sight red dots, and I've never had an issue, so that's just my 2 cents on my experience with products from Olight. It does come with a charging cable to charge it up and all the tools and stuff that you're going to need to install it. There's an extra screw, a Glock rail adapter it looks like, and then all the documentation, user manual, stuff like that. So I'm going to clean up the bench a little bit and get going on installing this stuff. This is just kind of round 1 of upgrades on this gun. I do want to do some more things to it. So let's get going and install this stuff. Alright, we got that stuff installed. Quick and easy project. The Defender ST is on there with that C&H precision plate. You can see how that sits on there. It's nice that it has that little filler piece on the back of that plate to fill in that little gap on the back. That looks pretty good. And then that Olight PLX, that's a pretty good looking little light, I think. Fits perfectly on there. The new Gen 6s use the 1913 rail slot, so I just left that one on there. That was the one that was pre-installed. It does come with a Glock rail adapter. I think that's for older versions, but this fit on there perfectly. And I do like how that is kind of flush with the front of that gun. That looks really good. So let's jump up off the bench, go over a few more details, and check this thing out a little closer. So there you have it. We got everything installed. It was a quick, easy install. Nothing too hard for the average do-it-yourselfer. I did use these screws that came with the Optic plate in the C&H bag. Those screws fit. I know some of you are going to call me out. You saw me put some blue Loctite on there. I don't like to trust the Loctite that they pre-install on those screws, so I put a little extra of my own. I have had one Optic come off when I just used that pre-installed blue Loctite that they have on there. I think it dries out over time and doesn't do its job, so I like to put my own Loctite on there. That went on pretty good. With these factory sights, I can't co-witness through that red dot, so I will have to get some taller sights. You can see those are a little too short, but I was planning on doing that anyway. So that'll be in an upcoming video. And then that Olight PLX is on there. It went right on. I didn't have to adjust anything with the plate or the mounting position. It went right on perfectly. The mounting screw is a ratcheting screw, so as you tighten it down, it ratchets down, which is a pretty cool feature. It feels pretty stout, and I love how you can swap back and forth between flood and spot, and that it's rechargeable. The ergonomics of activating that light are awesome. Those buttons are right in the perfect spot for activating that light. If you push it once, it's on and stays on, or if you hold it, it's kind of a momentary switch, which is a nice feature to have. And these lights are not very expensive. As far as holster compatibility with this light, they do have a page on their website that you can go on and look at holster compatibility. They have a bunch of different companies that produce holsters that fit this light. So if you're wondering about that, go check that out. And I'm sure there'll be more coming in the future because I think this light's gonna be pretty popular. But let me know what you guys think about the upgrades so far and what you guys think I should do to this next. I'm thinking some taller sights, put my go-to night vision night sights on this, maybe a trigger upgrade and a magwell, because I think that would enhance the shootability of this. But let me know what you guys think and what you guys have done to your Gen 6 Glocks. Real quick, I want to show you the light difference of this Olight PLX compared to a Streamlight TLR7X that I have on another gun. I'm just going to do it right here on my gun while I shut the lights off, show you guys the light output difference, just so you guys can see for yourself how this compares. All right, so here we go. The only light that I have on is my clock that's over on that wall. First up, this is going to be the Streamlight TLR7X. That's how bright that is against my gun wall. Now we're going to swap over to the Olight PLX. There's the flood option, spot option. So that spotlight is very tight. Then that flood opens up quite a bit. Again, here's the stream light. So everything's all in one, the flood and the spot. And then the Olight. There's the flood and then a tight spot. Just a quick comparison to show you the difference. So that's round one of upgrades on the Glock 45 Gen 6. Like I mentioned in the beginning, I will have an information page over on my website. You can follow that first link in the description or the QR code that'll take you over there. Get more information about any products I use, any tools, anything like that. So go check that out. But as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll check you guys on the next one.